This is from Micheal Flynn, President Trump's national security advisor. So the next time I forget to make my wife a cup of tea and she says to me, where's my tea? I'm going to say to her, darling, I'm so sorry. I inadvertently briefed you with incomplete information. I want to show you something this morning. I'm at the airport in Vienna, just about to get my flight home. It's been really exciting 24 hours or so. So what I've got in my bag is my hat. I got another hat. I got like a pastry thing here. I've got like a round thing they gave me in the TV studio yesterday. I've got some of these great things that they made here for promotional things, and my toilet bag. And then at the bottom I've got this. This is my jumper. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that I didn't want to bring my jumper, but when I was packing, my wife said to me, you need to take a jumper. I said, look, darling, I don't need to take a jumper. I'm just going from the taxi to the airport, to the airplane, to the airport, into a car, hotel. I don't need a jumper. Last thing she said, I really want you to take a jumper. I don't want you getting cold. It's freezing over there. So I said, look, I've got an overcoat, and I could see we were escalating into kind of an argument, you know. And so you know what I did? I did that smart thing, and I thought, you know, this is a fight which is not worth fighting over. I can take a jumper. And the thing is, the thing I want to talk about this morning for a couple of minutes is pick your fights. You know, all couples argue, but healthy couples, they have like a proper argument once in a while. And unhealthy couples, what they do is they just bicker and fight all the time over nonsense. Like if we'd had a full-blown argument over whether I take the jumper or not, it would be a stupid argument. It wouldn't really be worth having, would it? Because it's just a jumper, it fits in the backpack. I can carry it with me. It's not worth arguing over. Some things are worth arguing for. And what I want to show you now is like how to discuss something in a way which isn't going to escalate into something which is crazily insane. Supposing you really need to talk about something, you know, something like how you're spending money, something really contentious, you know what I mean? And every time you mention it, it just escalates into a horrible argument that you don't want to have. So this is the Richard Kane plan on how to discuss something contentious without it escalating. First of all, yes, that's right, you leave the house. You go to like a neutral place, like a pub or a coffee shop or a restaurant or something like this. You get out a slice of paper like this and you divide it into four. Like this. Okay. And you divide it into four and you write in one column, this is what I really like about you. And you make a list of the things you really like about your husband or your wife. You both have to do it actually. So you do it for her, she does it for you. So you make a list of things I really like about you. I like the way you look, I like the way you talk, I like the way you walk across the room. So you kind of evoke nice feelings about things like this. Okay, that's it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a list of the things that I like about us as a couple. The us is really important. So I like the way we kind of have fun. You know, I like the way we have sex, maybe. I like the way we talk about things. I like the way we look together as a couple. I think, you know, so you make a list of fun things like that, okay? So then you've got you and us. And then what you do, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, is you go, and I'm not going to make a list now of the things that we have resolved on our journey together as a couple. So I'm going to put on there, you know, we kind of had that issue to do with which school we were going to send our son to, but we resolved the school issue. Do you remember that? I remember that. Do you remember we had that issue about, you know, what we were going to do for a holiday this year because we didn't have a lot of money, so we resolved the holiday thing. So you make a list of like history where you resolve things in a good way, and then in the fourth box you go, and this is the live issue now. So you're then discussing it in the context of, I'm really happy about you, I'm really happy about us, I'm really happy about our history, so surely we can manage to resolve this contentious issue. And it might be something about, you know, I'm overspending, something like this, or maybe I'm not earning enough money, or maybe I'm not working hard enough, or maybe I want you to get a different job or something like this. But surely you can then discuss that in the context of everything else. Now, If you can't resolve it in one go, what you do is you then schedule, so a week from now, we're going to come back to the same coffee shop or whatever, and we're going to revisit this, because over the period of the week, as you reflect and consider on the conversation, it might be that each of you comes to something which is different. You might, like, your understanding and appreciation of the situation might change, and you might start to appreciate the other person's perspective a bit more, and you might start to cultivate a bit of flexibility in approaching it. So there you have it. This is my time-proven way of discussing a contentious thing without it going crazy mad. You talk about you talk about us is really important, you talk about your history where you have done things, and then you deal with the live issue. And if you do that well, you'll find that you start to adopt and cultivate a way of resolving these things in a way which isn't going to kill you, isn't going to be like something that you bury under the carpet hoping it's going to go away, isn't going to be something that you have to moan all your friends about instead of dealing with it, but you become like a healthy couple, and you go like, you know, when we do have contentious things, you know, we know how to resolve them, which is pretty good.